Namaskaram, my dear friends, I am back again. Today's episode, I am going to talk to you about changes in me after 2 years of learning yoga asanas. I did my yoga asanas April of 2023, so it's a little bit over 2 years. And to be honest though, I really feel like yoga asanas, its effect in me is the least noticeable, I would say, towards myself. Because I really think yoga asanas is more of like a support to like the rest of my sadhana. Specifically, Shakti Chalana Kriya and doing Shambhavi. Its major role is support. If it was in military terms, it's not the main effort, but the supporting effort. Supporting effort? See, I don't even really know my terms anymore. Anyways, because I really don't notice a lot of changes in me after doing 2 years of yoga asanas, I had to do a little bit of research. Like, what does yoga asana actually really do to us, to me, to my body? I think what really stayed with me was learning that yoga asanas aligns the system, like the body, and maybe the minds and the emotions too, with the geometry of like the universe, probably, for us to be able to be receptive to like higher possibilities. And then I realized I could actually relate it, that it is such a crucial supporting effort towards the rest of my sadhana, because in April 2023, when I learned yoga asanas, that's also the time when I learned how to do Devi Dandam. And before that, I was doing my Devi Stuti, just sitting down and chanting. And then after doing yoga asanas, I also did my Devi Dandam. What I noticed though, is I really feel Devi's energy, just a strong sense of energy like flowing through my body, especially when I do the Dandam. Like my body would shake involuntarily. And I think throughout the 2 years, I can only say that my receptivity to like what is available, the higher possibility, has intensified. Definitely after learning yoga asanas and having to do Devi Dandam for like 2 years. It just like pours in faster. Maybe not faster. I think the right word would be conductivity. Like electricity. I feel like I'm like a copper wire. Because when I'm in a space where there's like energy, I just like, I'm sensitive to it. Like I receive it right away. I perceive it right away. So going back to the electricity analogy, it's like a copper wire where it transmits, or like electricity travels to it like efficiently. I really feel like that's how my system has become after doing yoga asanas for a while. It just like receives this energy with less effort, or less work, or even like no work at all, just sitting there and being open to it, or doing the dandam and being open to it. It just like zaps, it just flows through. And just a confession though, I really love doing yoga asanas. I think it's my favorite part of my sadhana, because of course I'm telling you all the changes in me in terms of like receptivity, in terms of changes in me. But I really feel like doing yoga asanas unlocks my body or loosens my body up. I'm not too tight. It has actually made me extra flexible and actually stronger, especially my arms and my abs. Definitely holding the asanas for at least 30 seconds for a while now has really strengthened my core. And I think I didn't get there fast. It was more so learning my body, like how can I hold these asana longer? And I realized like I really have to tighten or activate my core to hold an asana properly, especially the asanas that require me to be on the floor. So yes, like what I said, it releases the tightness of my body. I am very much more flexible now. I'm definitely stronger. And this is from doing yoga asanas regularly. I can only count the times I have missed doing yoga asanas in the past 2 years. It was when I did BSP, Bhavaspandana, because we just really didn't have time to do all the sadhanas that we've learned because of how compact the schedule was during the program. I think there was 1 or 2 times I didn't do yoga asanas during flights, like traveling. It just was impossible to, like, let's say, do it for the day because of like the time difference. Being in flights for more than 10 hours, more than 12 hours, We arrive, we're so tired, we have to talk to relatives or talk to people and then sleep. But then the next day I would do my yoga asanas again and I would feel really refreshed. I think it's also more like mental for me when I say I can't afford to miss yoga asanas because I really don't know the effects. I am more so attached maybe to its effects on me where my body is more free when I do it. So I don't want to go through a day without doing it because I really think that my body will be too tight, not as effective, not as efficient in doing its task. So I have to do it because I have convinced myself that I am not going to be effective if I don't do yoga asanas. But when I didn't do yoga asanas though during BSP, I left it all to Sadhguru and allow me to do the things that I need to do during the program. But beyond the program, I have to do my part and do my yoga asanas. Speaking of BSP, when I did my Bhava Spandana, I think I have done a year and a half worth of yoga asanas. And Bhava Spandana was the last program I attended in preparation for Samyama. So I did all the sadhana, attended all the sadhana programs required for Samyama before I did BSP. Because, in BSP, there's no sadhana learned. It's just experiential. And I really think because of doing all my sadhana consistently, that I was more receptive to BSP. I think there's some sort of pressure that when you attend BSP, you have to experience Bhava Spandana. Experiencing Bhava Spandana is like the end goal of the program. And with enough preparation and consistent sadhana, I believe that I've experienced BSP to its core because I did my sadhana and I did my yoga asanas. So yes, to conclude, yoga asana is a very important part of my sadhana routine. I honestly think all the sadhana I've learned is important in my sadhana routine. And I'm really thankful I'm able to be consistent with my sadhana, with the mindset and commitment that I've put into it. And after 2 years, I'm prepared to hopefully do Samyama really soon. So yes, if you guys have any questions, please do leave the comments. I really appreciate them and I read through them and respond to them. And as always, you guys, I really appreciate you staying with me, being with me, watching my videos, and being with me, with us in our journey to the divine, to the beyond. Namaskaram. So yes, until next time, you guys. Bye! It's kind of dark. I hope it's not too dark where you guys see me. I forgot to turn on the lights. Namaskaram, my dear friends. I'm back again.